Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today is the lecture number 15, BBA semester 2, English Business Communication. The today topic is discussed strategies for successful listening and successful speaking. So now, first of all, the oral speaking is a part of the communication. It is as important as written presentation. It is an art to express one's ideas completely and successfully before the audience. Though through successful oral communication, one can easily manage one's personal and business affair. So there is a lot of these strategies of a successful speaking. So now the first is that they determine the purpose of the speech. The speaker must determine the purpose of his speech. He should decide whether his speech is meant for providing information, for persuading the people, or just for establishing goodwill at social gathering and so on. And now the second strategy analyze the audience and the situation. The speaker must analyze his audience. He must keep whether his audience are learned or illiterate, young or old. The speaker must also know about the size of the group. So, because definitely he must keep in mind that the present status of the audience. If the audience are the educated, he must select the words very carefully, because definitely a knowledgeable person always listen the presentation and speaking of a speaker is very attentively. So the third one is the choose the main idea of your speaking. Always remember that you must revolve your thinking, your presentation and your speaking around the central point on which you are also talking about. Keeping in purpose and audience of the speech in mind, the speaker should choose the main ideas of his speech. So he should also arrange the ideas. So now the next one is the research the topic thoroughly, because a grip on a topic always helpful to speak informatively. The speaker should make a necessary research for the facts, such as the research is needed both in long and shorts information and short speaking, because definitely if a speaker have a complete research on his topic, so he has a lot of the informative knowledge about his topic. He can also speak accurately and fluently and also gives a proper arguments in the favor of his topic to prove the situation. So now the next strategy is that organize the data and write the draft. After collecting the necessary data, the speaker should organize it and write the draft of the speech. It should be in an appropriate order, because any outline of a speech, any outline of any kind of the topic always help you to select the very relevant detail, because definitely every point of outline give you a chance to have a comprehensive discuss on a single topic individually, one by one, and so on. In this way he will be capable to throws the light on the topic individually and comprehensively. Now the next strategy is that making arrangements for the visual aids if requires. Some presentation may requires visual aids. In such cases, the speaker must make in evidence arrangements of the visual aids and other kind of the informative channels. Use of the overhead projectors is very common in many institutions and also at many times of the presentation. So now the rehearsal is also another important strategy of the speaking, because practice make a man perfect. The speaker can get a lot of confidence if he does the rehearsal of the speech in advance. The rehearsal enables the speaker to manage his speech within the limited time and the period. So that's why he must also keep in mind a different kind of the methods which can also be helpful in his while his speaking process. So now the first is that the extemporaneous method strategy. It means to make the speech from a prepared outline. The speaker should type or print all essential points and heading on the paper. So this method or this strategy permits the speaker more eye contact with the audience. And now another strategy is that called the manuscript reading method. So under this method, the speaker reads part of his speech from the manuscript that he has prepared. So this method suits the speaker who delivers a long speech. The speaker should not lose his eye contact with the audience and should keep on frequently looking at them during the speech, because this method always helpful to convey informatively to the audience. So now another strategy that is called the memorization strategy. Memorizing means learn by heart. Some speakers memorize their speeches and delivers them to the audience. The speaker should take care that the speech must look natural and not artificial. So this method may suit a beginner who does not have much confidence in the beginner, because such kind of the strategy can also be helpful to convince the audience, and also the audience create, and also he will be able to create a deep concerns of the audience in this way. So as a whole we can say that this strategy can be very helpful to convey the audience. And now another method in which that is called to the impromptu strategy. Impromptu means without rehearsal or preparations. Often in discussion, meetings or conferences, people are asked to speak impromptu. Its example on the spur of the moment, because he has not assigned a particular kind of the topic, but also he can also speak, he can also address occasionally. The best way to make this kind of the speech, this kind of the speaking or comments, is to gather a few points from the discussion and develop the statement in the light of all those points. Because definitely so far as concerned of your speaking style and how you can speak effectively, there is a lot of the factors which can affect on the situation. Now the first of all, your appearance, physical appearance plays an important role to make others believe that you have the ability. A neatly dressed man with pleasant expressions can easily attract the audience to convey himself. He should be attractive but not showy. Now the second one is that the posture of a speaker reflects his inner strength or weakness. It leaves a strong impression in the mind of the audience. The speaker is alone while dozens of eyes gaze at him. Your whole effort goes waste if you don't sit, stand and walk correctly during your speaking style. The eye contact is another one factor which can also make effective. If you want to make successful oral presentation, it is essential to make pleasant eyes contact with the audience. If it is you who must remember to look at people when you talk to them. If you are shy and you don't look at the audience, they will not form a favorable opinion of your personality. And now another one is that is the voice. Voice plays a vital role in our oral speaking. In order to present orally, we should keep some points in our mind, because your breathing must be in your control. Your voice should neither be too shrill nor pleasantly high. The tone should be cheerful. And now you must always have a well analysis of your audience. It is another factor. You must know that the kind of the audience you are going to face. A good speaker is always a good actor who deceives the audience through different texts, make them believe that he wishes to share his views and ideas with the audience. So as a whole, being a speaker, you should be watchful and sensitive to changing moods of the audience. If the audience is tired, you should be tricky to divert their attention by cutting a joke to create friendly feeling. And now another factor that affects very accurately preparation. Every good talk requires careful preparation, and unprepared speech will be unable to get the desired impression. In this regard, careful planning will enable you to communicate your ideas to the other. So successful, there are also some strategy of the successful listening, in which first of all, what is the difference between the hearing and the listening? Effective listening is actively observing the information and provides feedback to the speaker so that he or she knows the message was received. Effective listeners show speakers that their message is received and understood. So far as concern of the hearing is merely a ability of ear to realize sound, but listening is more of conscious effort to understand these sounds, requiring concentration of the mind. So there is a lot of the strategy which can also be adopted to have a very effective listening process. Hearing something, sound waves make their ways to your ears. You hear something. This could be the barking of dog, alarm of a car, and maybe you must distinguish between different kind of these sounds. And now the second strategy is the paying attention. You will only pay attention to a certain amount of the sounds that you hear. The dog that is barking in the distance may not be of interest to you at all, and also you seen in out. So definitely there is a lot of the strategy which can also be adopted at the situation. So now the understanding the sound. So this is the strategy number 3. Okay, we try to make sense of what the sound we are now paying attention to. So in the case of a specific sound, just like the barking of a dog, alarm of a car, I may come to understanding that someone is trying to steal our car, and in the case of the conversation we will try to understand what the other person is telling us. So now the next strategy is that evaluating. So in this strategy we build our own opinion about what we have heard, paid attention to and understood. So we decide what to remember and whether we feel positive, neutral or negative about it. Often when we judge quickly, it's example when we have strong belief about a topic, or if we do not like the person we are listening to. And another one is that the responding strategy, we will have to react to what we have heard and paid attention to. In case of special kind of the sound, in which we know that what kind of the response we should show at the spot, and what kind of the voice, in the reply of what kind of the voice. So some kind of the listening also is remembering able, and some are not remembering able, because all kind of the listening which can also be become the center of our interest, we always keep in mind. So a good listener should be show some kind of the qualities which can also become a part of the listening and make this process effective. Number 1 is the cautious. Good listener always not hasty in making judgment. Good listeners pay careful attention to the word. The inquisitive, he should be inquisitive. Good listeners ask question, not the embarrasses or attack, but he clarify and refine. Good listeners are not lazy. They work hard to understand. They exert energy in listening. Now, a good listener understands that everyone has a different communication style and just adjust their listening to correspond to the speaker's communication style. So now he should be tactful, because any kind of the listening intentionally and gently rather than habitually and rationally. So persistence is another one, that good listeners are willing to listen to something even if it is hard to hear. They don't stop listening as soon as they become offended or turned off. So he should be analytical, and also he always distinguish between the sophisticated and unsophisticated sounds. So definitely he should be a sociable. Good listeners understand how important listening is to our relationship. They value and seek to develop good listener skills, because these are the strategy to make the listening process effective and easy to understand. Thank you so much.